Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
The pass complete. This one to Danny Amendola. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And we roll now on the graphics for the offensive starters.
Let's take a look at the left tackle, Taylor Lewan. A big, gregarious guy with great athletic ability. Plays the game with a little bit of an edge. In fact, he doesn't play to the whistle. He plays to the echo of the whistle.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Ready, blue 80, back 25.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. 2nd and 5 now. Ryan, and incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. A tackle for loss there. 2 last week. He's tough to handle coming off the edge.
And when you talk about a defensive end, your first thought is how does he rush the passer? That's where he makes his big plays getting into the backfield. But the best ones can play the run as well. And that's what we're seeing from him, that excellent combination of holding the point of attack and also getting upfield to make plays in the backfield.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's more on the return. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I've...
And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
To throw on 2nd down. Rees. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, Rees, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Rees. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rees. It's complete, James White. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On 3rd down, Rees, and he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Butker's kick here is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treat it as such. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Ryan. He's going to sling this deep down and got his man complete. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. From the 41, Ryan. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Ryan. He sets up the screen to Jones. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this. You have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. The drive starts with a run by White. He'll get 3 up to midfield. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Reese. He hits White, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Looking to throw on second down. Rees, the safety Keanu Neal there to knock that one free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Rees. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, Rees to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rees, and that's off the mark, incomplete. The safety Keanu Neal there to knock that one free. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Rees toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And the kick by Butker is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. From the 38, Ryan throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Ryan. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. He finds Beckham complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. He finds his target, Beckham. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
To throw again is Ryan. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Matt Ryan, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
Running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Sturgis adds the PAT, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Rees. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's White, and they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They go right back to White here on 1st down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
First down, here's White. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Quick throw out to Gordon on the perimeter. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A 3rd field goal of the 1st half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Rees. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
It was the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Rees. And Amendola with a catch. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Danny Amendola, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. On first down, Ryan. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Here's Ryan. It's caught by Aguilar. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Ryan. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. John Ross. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense. But when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Point after now from Sturgis. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This is White on the screen. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looking to throw. Rees. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. There defensively to make the play, Joejuan Williams. Back to the air on 2nd down. Rees. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Rees. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 16. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing on 1st down. Rees. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Rees. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And it's 3rd down. And Butker able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the 2nd half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. A quick pass out to Aguilar. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Ready, 280. Black 25. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
On third down, Ryan. Going deep downfield for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Indy. 66 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check 50. Check 50.
Ryan will throw again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. John Ross, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. They stay on the ground with White. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. To throw on 3rd down, Reese. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now Austin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a one-possession lead, looking to expand that now. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Ryan. Got a man open. It's Ross. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, it's Ryan. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Ryan now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know, all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
On 3rd down, Ryan. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Ryan now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. Completes it to Aguilar. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
He has just not had his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 32-yard attempt.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, You'll see a lot of guys sag, and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. They keep it on the ground. White again. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. From the gun on third down, Reese.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan, Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Ryan. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards. Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Reese. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Ryan, and his pass incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On 1st down, Reese. And that'll be incomplete. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Reese. And Rudolph has it left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Amendola. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Reese. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Tack McKinley able to record his 5th sack of the season.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. 2nd and 15. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And a dump off to White. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. So here are the Colts to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10.
50 seconds, back 25. Get him.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He's crashing.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw is Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now Ryan. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. They got the win last week. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jonathan Hankins. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. On 1st and 10, Reese is going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup of 38. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Rees. Oh, no, he lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rees. Well, a pitch and catch here to Rudolph. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Offense.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So now the Steelers down on the scoreboard. 1:50 to play. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well. They'll look to throw. And he's got Amendola on the connection. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. Counting down at 30 seconds remaining. Back to throw. It's complete. James White. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, Reese. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. Operating from the gun. Reese looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A crushing blow there as they cannot tie the game. Now the focus shifts to can they get the onside kick and have a miracle happen.
And they have to have that miracle play that they've been working on, that they've designed. You don't really just draw one up now. You've had different onside kicks. Do they have that one weak point in the defense that they can exploit because they have to have the ball back?
The clock showing 19 seconds to go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Ready, like 25. Come to my work. We want it. Do what he said.
And they will take a knee here. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Colts, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners.